We didn't have a front bumper. Let's do something weird.
This is our front bumper, dude. Look how
That
ugly
face right
this
there?
face is.
That's unfortunate.
3, 2, 1, bro.
Bad away, get it up, bad away. I get the like a jumping. What's up, everybody?
Hey, y'all.
We are back in LA. It's our best of the week.
Oh, yeah. We're on that new rig now.
Yeah, the last one was at the con.
Yeah, man.
Last best of the week was at the con, which was a great little best of the con.
Indeed. You can see more stuff about our convention, by the way, on our Dice Tower 2018 recap review.
Review cap.
But we're going to talk about, since Dice Tower Con,
Yeah.
what's been your best of the week? And what's been your best of the week since Dice Tower Con? Because obviously Dice Tower Con was the coolest thing we did last week, but it's already a new week.
My best of the week is a little game here called Rococo. Rococo is a great game. It's a game by Eagle Riffin Games and Eggert Spiel, who make great games.
Yeah.
And it's a game about designing dresses and designing garments and putting them up in the ball in the King's Hall and stuff like that. And
Renting them out.
Yeah, and you're renting them out or you're selling them. You're getting the different silks that you need to make the garments. Mm-hmm. And it's a really, really wonderful game. We played this game months and months ago now. And it's one of those things where it's like, even in the last like 6 months, our ability to grok like heavier games is so much higher. Because when we first played Rococo, it destroyed our heads. Like, we had to learn it, and I distinctly remember my head being like, boo, boo.
It was the
boo,
hardest
boo.
thing like I'd ever done
In life.
Yeah.
We have not had a very hard life. No. And it was just so hard. And then so we've not played it a bunch of other times because we were like, oh, we don't have enough time to like slog through it like we did the first time. And then we felt like we had enough time. So you're like, you know what, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to learn it again. And I was like, okay, cool. And then he read it and then we played it and I was like, this game's not that heavy.
It's like
it's a medium weight game, but it's not like, I was thinking it was like some 18xx giant heavy game. And it's not. There's
different cards that give you actions, and it's clearly on the board which
pretty
things
medium
people
weight
can do, and it's just clear. You grab your thing, and I think it's just you ramp up in your understanding of games as a whole.
This thing grows,
and so we came back. I was like, oh, this is like every game we play has around this much stuff.
Yeah, and it's delightful. It's a wonderful game. It's a game that frankly doesn't get its due because it has a feminine theme, and a lot of people don't like playing it or don't want to play it because they don't want to be making dresses, which I think is silly. But
it's an awesome game.
It's a really, really great game, and I really like the theme. And overall, it's absolutely delightful. And we played it again. I love it, love it, love it. And now that I know it's way more accessible, I'm like, oh, okay, like we can teach Karen this game. She no problem, you know. So I'm like, all right, cool, it's great.
I want it, and she said yesterday, she's like, I want to play that, and I was just like, it's really good. we will play it.
Exactly. So my best of the week is Rococo.
Nice. Now, Rococo was our second game of the night that night. The game we played before was A Feast for Odin. And it was my best of the week was A Feast for Odin. It was my second play of it.
Yeah.
And the first time I played the game, I was very proud that it had a positive score.
I
maintain,
maintain,
I think for your first game is all you can hope for.
It's like patchwork. I maintain if you're at 0 or a positive score, you won the game. Whether or not you actually won or lost, you won.
And so my first game, I had 18 points.
Yep.
And I learned a lot, and by the end of the game, I felt like I understood a lot more. It's not ultimately heavy, but there's just so much that you could do.
Yes.
It's just like, So this time we played, and I got a slightly higher score. I got 84 points.
Exactly.
And at the end of the game, I was just like, oh man, like I should have done more.
Yeah.
And so like I was able to pick up the game so much more and get a little engine going for myself. Sure. We both played really good games.
Keep in mind, this is the first time we ever played the longer game, too.
True.
So that allowed us to
part
get more
of
points.
The higher scores.
For sure,
but say you take away even 20 points.
It was
you
still
go from
great.
18 to 64. Yeah. I mean, the improvement is staggering.
Oh, yeah, huge.
So, it was just, it's such a fun game. It's such a fun game. I'm loving exploring all the things you can do. My first game and second game, I played completely different. My second game was all whaling. I was just whaling fools all day.
You really were. You were just
so fun, like I didn't do that at all in the first
one.
I think I got one whaler.
Whaling. So fun.
So fun to whale, dude. Just throw a harpoon in one, dude. Just get him, gah. Free Willy, gah. It was so fun. Like the game, you played a much different game than the first game that we played against each other, and that was just so exciting knowing that oh, there's a lot more to explore.
Well, that's what I'm doing in every single game. I'm just going to try something completely different.
See what happens.
Because the thing about Feast for Odin, which is great in my opinion, is like, I really don't care if I win or lose because I'm having so much fun trying something new that I just don't care if it works or not. I'm just like, I just want to try it. This time I went, I got one of the big islands, which I got Iceland, which terrified me because there's so many more negatives. I'm like, there's no way you could ever cover these up. And not only did I cover all those up, I covered every spot on my main map, and I got one of those little longhouse things, and I covered every spot on that. And I'm like, wow, that's way better. I only hunted once.
Right.
At the very last round in the game. And I only did it because I was like, I got an extra worker. I might as well go for it. Yeah. And I did. And that was the only time I hunted. Didn't hunt at all. I had a bunch of sheep.
Yes, you did.
And I had a bunch of islands. I was a sheep. I was a sheep island guy.
Just growing sheep, just breeding sheep on an island.
Breeding sheep on Iceland. That's all I was doing all game. Awesome. It was great.
Yeah. So
and honestly, I had a very good score. You just did slightly better than me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a good game by both of us.
Yeah.
That's what was great. It was a good competitive game, and I managed to edge Nick out in that one, mostly because of the money. Like, Nick had to spend a lot of money to cover up some stuff in his last round. I didn't, and that actually covered the difference and then some. So, that was a cool game to come down to that. You're like, well, hey, good on you for just doing this one little thing. So, that was my best of the week, and I'm just so excited to explore more Feast for Odin. I want to play at higher player counts because we've only played 2 players so far. I'd love to play a 3-player game of it, see how that changes stuff, if it does. That was my best of the week, and getting back to Rococo was really great too.
Yeah, Feast Rococo is amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
But Feast for Odin is climbing the ranks. I mean,
it
is sprinting.
It's gonna make an appearance on the top 100 for sure.
Oh yeah, already. Oh yeah. All right, cool. Well, that was our best of the week. Be sure to check out my solo stream tomorrow on Saturday, and we also had a What's on the Shelf come out today. Check it out. We're on the floor yet. We've been on the floor a lot.
We've been down there.
Check out What's on the Shelf and all the other videos we did. Did a top 10 last week. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. That was our week.
What a week.
Woo!
Y'all.
Such a cool video, right? There's jokes, and I know what happened in this one for sure. So because of that, check out Restoration Games. They sponsor us, and there's info for them in the description below. There's also more things where I'm doing funny stuff. Sometimes Nick is funny because I've seen all these